What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see by the title, this is not the most positive video, but I will show you why it is positive. So yes, a few weeks ago, I didn't tell you guys, I'll put the pictures on the screen in a minute. I was at a buddy's house for it was like a birthday party. We were all hanging out, having a good time. He had we had four-wheelers out, stuff like that, and he was coming to pull in his garage, took a sharp turn, and the ATV literally just tipped, and he landed on my fender. The ATV scraped up the front end of the car. Most people were like, oh my God, how are you not mad? How are you not pissed? How are you not this? How are you not that? And that's what I'm saying is, first of all, it's just a car. Hear me out. First of all, nobody died. Nobody got hurt, so that's what's good. But like I said, it's just a car. Even if the car somehow got totaled, I still would not be, mad. It'd be a minor setback. Cars can be replaced just like this can be fixed. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm gonna go drop this car off, but I just want to talk to you guys about this and run it through what actually happened. And I'll just show you guys the damage now. So I'm actually going to Florida tomorrow. So after this video gets filmed, I'm gonna drop it off the body shop and they're gonna fix it. I can show you guys kind of the difference when I get the car back, when I get back from Florida. So from this angle, you really can't tell much, but I'm gonna show you where the damage is, and I'm gonna show you the pictures prior to what I did to make it look like this. How this all occurred is right here. Look at this. This is huge dent here. It's all buckled out and kind of pushed out, and as you can see, look at this body line. It no longer matches up. With the body line no longer matching up, when the door opens and closes, it just consistently rubs paint off the door here, and you could probably hear it. I don't want to really do this, but yeah. If it's like cold, you can hear it like squeak, but there's no getting around this because it's just how the fender's pushed in. The body lines just nick each other. So as you can see, this is so bent and pushed out here as well. It just does not line up anymore. That's not even the extent of the damage, which is like, huh. Some people are gonna be like, oh my goodness. So up here, like I said, I'll show you the pictures in a second of how it looked prior, but you can see here, I don't know if you can see how close, but this is nicked. This is nicked. Luckily, there's a little mark on the side marker, but I'm not worried about that. There's gouges in the plastic of the bumper. This paint's taken off. There's some more paint taken off up here, and there, down here is a little scratched. And as you can see, this is like just, that's what happened. The front end of the ATV, there's a speaker on it, and it just hit this. So you can see there's still a mark on the headlight I gotta get off, but that's that. Next thing you can see here, there's another gouge here, and if you look here, you can see that there's also a dent in the plastic too up here. So you can pretty much put your hand over this and feel that this is gouged down here. This is gouged. Luckily, there's no paint taken off on the fender. However, the way this looks is, I'm gonna assume this is quite the dent to take out and refix, especially with this pinhole. I don't know what even popped up here to get that pop back out. I don't do crazy body work like this, so I don't know what's gonna be involved to do this. I don't even want to open the hood yet because I feel like the way this looks is it's probably gonna scrape there too, so that's gonna be dangerous. Don't want to have to get the side of the hood painted too, but the way it looks in my mind is they're probably gonna get a whole new fender, paint the door, and paint the bumper is what I feel. Now on the screen, I'm gonna put all the pictures I took the day it happened, and you can see how bad it actually looked. So I'm gonna put those up there now. Yeah, these look a lot worse than it does now. I sat there and I probably took about half an hour, buffed all the black paint and scraping and whatever off the bumper, and it did a good job. So it looks clean. I just didn't want to drive around look like I smashed my own Hellcat, even though it was my buddy who just ran into it. That's the best part about this, is everyone's gonna be like, oh my goodness, dude, it's your Hellcat. How are you cool with this? Because that's part of life. You gotta look at things in a positive light all the time. Well, I did in fact have one. I did have some rock chips on the bumper. Those are going to get repainted, and on top of that, it's just a fender. My Jetta, something I never filmed but should have, was also backed into that same fender. And I honestly got a new fender from Volkswagen, had it painted across the street from the shop I worked at, and I sat there, took it off myself, and put it on. If I have the picture still, I don't know if I do. If I do, I'll throw it up on the screen. If I don't, I guess I don't have the picture anymore, but I got that fender replaced too. It's just like, and here's the thing, it's life, things happen. You can't like get down on it, and here's the thing, it's so small, and like I said, it can be fixed. And I'm gonna go to Florida, and when I come back, the car will be perfect. I'm also going to tell them if they do get a new fender to put this in my back seat. As for the emblem, I'm probably going to tell them to leave it off. Don't worry about getting a new one because I may get the hollow ones that come on the new wide body, you know, that don't have the background, so it's just the outline. And I may get that in black because I really want to get all of these switched over. I'm going to get the Charger in black. They don't make an SRT with this Hellcat in black, but they do make a black SRT badge, so I'm probably going to do that, scrap the Hellcat off the rear, and I'm going to debadge the Dodge, and also probably what I feel like is tint out the tail lights, which will probably be the next step. And obviously eventually I'll probably do a rear diffuser or something too, but that's kind of the next step. So, and if I look at this in a bright light, this is making me do something I've always was going to do, is I was going to swap those badges, debadge the rear and all that. So it's getting me to push forward on this build as well. So it's like, you just got to look at most things in a positive light, guys. Like I said, it just happens. I know people on Instagram who have Hellcats and they've hit their own cars and like they've actually damaged both of them, like severely, like got in accidents. So it's like, you know, this is okay. It's slight body work. Like I said, fender on the Jetta got messed up too before, so this will be just fine. But we're gonna head out, go take this car in, get that all fixed up. We'll be good to go here soon. I'm gonna take some stuff out of here. We're gonna go use something I've never used in this car, and that's the black key. Obviously you can't be too safe with a vehicle like this. I'm gonna go find my black key and I'm gonna give that one to the body shop, because I know I worked at a shop. As soon as you brought in an awesome car, everyone's like, oh, and especially like a Hellcat, when you're like, oh, you got the red key, everyone's like, oh man, and they just want to, like, even driving at 10 feet, they're like, oh. So obviously I'm gonna go get the black key. I know how it works. I worked at a shop, so I'm gonna go find the black key and can't be too safe. All right, so for those of you who don't know, here is your red key. Yes, it gives you all 707 horsepower. Now with the air intake 7 whatever, I'm not really worried about it. This key is your black key. This key gives you, it's a portion of the horsepower. It's about 500, which is still a lot. I can also put it in valet mode and it'll kick you down to about 300. Still gives people less temptation when you don't have all 700 horse at your hands. All right, guys, and right back at it again. Here's the sound of that superchargers y'all all love. Oh, it sounds so good with that cold air intake. I can't even explain it. It sounds so good. I even had my buddy Terry in here. We were going to the gym earlier, and he's like, dude, this sounds 100 times better. They kick it down in manual mode for you, so you can really hear it. And again. Sounds awesome. A lot of people are gonna ask what happens when you drive with both keys. Now, as you know, the Hellcat is key specific, so it senses which key you're using and unlocks the computer to give you the appropriate horsepower. Now, the question is, what happens when you drive with both of them? Because the computer should be recognizing that you have a low horsepower key in the vehicle. Simplest answer to this is to look in your SRT pages in your car, and you will notice that the car overrides the black key completely and gives you the full 700 horsepower. So, with that being said, you couldn't be like a dad. You couldn't be like a dad and like teach your kid to drive and have both keys in there. If you're teaching your kid how to drive in a Hellcat, I mean, whew, good for you. That'd be an awesome experience to learn. But yes, if you're doing that, you're gonna need to just roll with the black key, which they only give you one of at the dealership. When you purchase your vehicle or your Hellcat, or I believe the other SRT vehicles, they give you 3 keys, 2 reds, 1 black. If you drive with both keys, you will get the full horsepower benefit of the red key, and it does not override it with the black ones. If you want the horsepower of the black key, you must drive with the black key and only the black key. What fun is that? Oh, that sounds so good. This car is so fun. I know a lot of people say when they get this car, like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself, I'm taking it back. And I've seen that occur. However, after a while of driving it, you can handle the horsepower. You learn the horsepower. You learn when your rear end will slide out. You learn when the tires won't stick. You learn the vehicle. You learn the horsepower. So people always ask me all the time, do you always drive with the red key? And my answer is yes. Because just having that at your fingertips is unreal. This thing is so fun and so nifty in traffic, especially like when it's all clustered like this. If I need to get right through that gap, I could split it no problem. All right, guys, well, there you have it. Car is dropped off and should be fixed. I told him, I said, if you have to replace the fender, do not get the emblem. So that's gonna force me to buy the open outlined emblems. I also told him, if you replace the fender, please just give me the old one. They said, no problem, sure. So we'll see what needs to be repaired and done, and it'll be done by the time I get back from Florida, so it'll be okay. Not gonna worry about anything, and yeah, but also if you're wondering what happens when you take both Hellcat keys in a car, that's exactly what happens. It overwrites and you'll run at 700 horsepower. Anyway, next thing we're gonna do is, I'm gonna go get my haircut actually, but after that I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna start the next video, which will be, we're starting the Eco Diesel build outside. As you can see, we got stacks of parts, boxes, there's a box inside, multiple boxes inside, but yes, we're gonna start the Eco Diesel build, get that rolling now, so when I get back from Florida, the computer will be here and I could do everything else and get that truck running right again. And yeah, so we're gonna start the Eco Diesel build right after this video, actually right after I get a haircut. But I just want to update you guys on the Hellcat there, what happened and stuff like that. So I want to say thank you guys for watching. If you haven't been here before, please get on there, click subscribe. Take care. I will see you guys in the next video, and we'll be starting the Eco Diesel build. So guys, I will see you guys next time.